Hey y'all, it's your girl Ashley. Welcome back to another episode of Whip It Like Butter. Okay, so today we're bringing you beef egg rolls and Mongolian sauce together for this 2.0 video. So 2.0 means just new and improved. We're putting a different spin since we're doing this ASMR and mukbang content. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to show you how it's done. Let's go. Okay, so these two recipes are some of the most popular recipes over here on this YouTube channel. So I just had to start with these. We're doing some 2.0 content for y'all. Let's go ahead and get that dipped in this Mongolian sauce. Look at that drip. Look. It's been way too long since I had some egg rolls, y'all. Look, a little more sauce. This sauce is the perfect combination for these egg rolls. And of course, the egg rolls are good by themselves, great by themselves, but that sauce just gives it a little more pizzazz. Look, I don't know the last time I made some egg rolls, and it's been way too long. Me and my mom used to make these all the time. I actually got this recipe from her. But they take a lot of time to make, but they're definitely worth it. So she didn't always want to make them for me. So I had to start making them for myself. I'm like, who does that? Mother's supposed to always cook for their kids. Don't get me wrong, she does, but she has to pass the torch on this one. And it's well worth it for me to make them anytime I want. And what's great about these egg rolls is, so you see the recipe calls for 20. Well, if you're feeding a crowd, that's perfect. If you have a big family, that's perfect. But if you don't, you can also throw these things in the freezer, wrap them up in some foil. I recommend you wrap them in foil. Then you put them in Ziploc. And then pop them in the freezer. They're fine for a few months. Take them out of the freezer. Let them thaw at room temperature. Keep them things up. Honey, like brand new. Of course, they won't be like super crispy, like fresh out the grease. Still bomb. And don't keep the Mongolian sauce though. That's one you want to make fresh. Keep it no more than like a couple days. Something like that. You see, this is not even on sauce. It makes a lot of sauce. I like a lot of sauce. If you don't want all the sauce, you can make a half batch. But we also have a recipe for some Mongolian chicken. Put that sauce on the chicken. All you do is season your chicken up a little bit. Okay. And then you cook it. And then you pour that sauce in the pan over that chicken. I like to cut it up so the sauce can get all up in there. Pour that sauce over it. Let it simmer a little bit, baby. With some rice. I'm gonna have to link that above. But the Mongolian sauce is sweet, which is cool. I like duck sauce with egg rolls, but since these are beef egg rolls, this Mongolian sauce is a good compliment. Okay, so let's talk about the seasonings a little bit. I always season the beef and the cabbage separately. Always. The beef has to be seasoned while it's cooking. I don't want to over season it. I like to season the cabbage separately so I can really tailor the seasoning to the cabbage. In the past, I added the sugar to the cabbage, and I did that because some cabbages are sweeter than others. So depending on how sweet your cabbage is depending on how much sugar that you need. But this time I added at the end just so I can taste it. You know, I always would season the cabbage and then taste it again and see if I needed more sugar. But I just did it all at the end, and it worked out really well. When I did the seasoning for the cabbage, I didn't add all that seasoning at once. Again, different cabbages have different flavors. I'm heavy-handed with the seasoning, so you may not like as much seasoning as I do. Don't recommend that with every recipe. Season to taste. But the sugar brings out the sweetness of the cabbage and the carrots. It also balances out the salt. We sauteed the carrots and the green onions before adding the cabbage because the carrots are a little tough, and so of course the cabbage is a little tough, but it's not tough, you know, through and through. And so I like the carrots to soften up a little bit and the onions to soften up a little bit so they can catch up for when the by the time the cabbage gets soft, that everything is soft together. And so you want to cook your cabbage until wilted. Yeah, so just cook your cabbage until wilted, and it'll make for easier rolling. And you just follow the rolling instructions on the back of the package. If you fold over and then fold the sides in, and then scrunch and roll, tuck, scrunch the sides and roll, you'll be fine. Ooh, that sauce. But y'all, practice makes perfect. Sometimes I don't roll them as tightly. It's been a while since I rolled. I roll them tighter after I get a couple of rolls in. It is what it is. If you have like a little space air pocket where they tear, you can double roll them if you have enough wrappers. I always buy 2 packs. But you can also put some of that paste and fix it. Sometimes they still bust open like this one. I don't know if it's this one or another one. But it busted open. And it caused some sediment in my oil. From, you know, it busted open and it frying the insides and then getting into the oil. I didn't throw out the oil, just kept going. If it's too bad, you can take the egg roll out. Well, that's something that happens too. That's soft. The first time I had this sauce, a Mongolian sauce at a restaurant, one of my friends I was with at the time asked for it. Let me bring it to the table. And I'm tasting it. I'm like, what is this? Y'all, been in love ever since, okay? I don't know if I'm hungry, I'm just greedy. Probably a little bit of both, because I ain't had these egg rolls in so long. I'm gonna have one more look. Let's just eat and buy right now. Also, make sure you cut your cabbage up pretty shredded. I don't know if you can see in this egg roll. Let me show y'all. Okay, the cabbage is pretty fine. So, here we go. The cabbage is pretty fine. So I don't have any big pieces when I'm trying to eat my egg roll. When I bite, the bite is just a clean bite. So I don't have like big pieces of cabbage falling out of there. Last time I made this recipe, I was in a little bit of a hurry. I was like, oh, it's fine. The cabbage pieces were a little bigger. Definitely was a difference. Make sure you cut your cabbage down, y'all. I'm doing these bomb egg rolls, okay? I'm gonna try to put some in the freezer. Well, the next couple of days, these joints might be gone. No, I'm just playing. Okay, I'm gonna put some in the freezer. Maybe get some to my parents. We'll see. Probably most likely give them some. They probably won't make it to the freezer. Maybe want to sing like Johnny Gill. Yeah, I can't sing. Mom, mom, mom. Y'all know what I want y'all to do. Go ahead and get in the description box and get this recipe. Make sure you like this video and come back and join us for more over here. Whip it like butter. Bye.